Greetings, gods and goddesses in the
Greatest
house.
salutations.
All right. And so, we're not that big on impromptu, but sometimes we do have to come to you like this because, um, when it's time to go, it's time to go. So I'm sorry y'all didn't get no real notification, an hour or whatever, but Salima still has something to say about it. And I don't want to be the one who holds her back when she says, Goddess, we got to go live. Then we have to go live. All right. And then we get thrown off track. Then that just gives Salima more time to put some extra sauce on it. So our live that we wanted to do last night has been delayed till now. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So what you got to say about it?
Greetings and salutations to the family, to the bloodline. It's good to see all of you out there. And today, this evening, I want to speak about our people staying on code. We seem to be getting there slowly, but I'm going to say some of the harsh things and some of the realities that our people face within this uh, corporate 3D matrix that other people aren't going to say to us, that other people of the realms might not be aware of. So I want to make it known so that our people won't be bothered. You know me, I'm gonna make it so clear that if anybody asks you out the blue, go to Yasini in the house, go listen to Mama Salima because I think she done just said it about all of it. So
Yes.
yeah, you can always catch me at Yasini in the house. So I want to talk about our people staying on code.
Let's get this code
One of the
down.
one of the first codes we need to stay on is minding our fucking business and staying out of the Gaza Israel Palestinian war.
Okay.
We need to stay on code and not say shit about that. And I'll tell you why. Neither one of those groups have historically treated our people with any love or respect. And the fact that either one of those groups is coming to our people for support shows you how low they are. Because those people know, the Jews know that they control the media and that they are responsible for this nasty false narratives being put out about our people through the music, through the movies, through the whatever. They put it out there. The Jews put this out there about our people. And woe to the actors and actresses that thought it was all right to play these fucking sick ass roles so that they could redistribute this shit to the rest of the world. Because if you, as a black man, as an actress or actress, don't know now that the roles you play help directly affect the people that look just like you so you could get a bag, I love you. I still love you. I still love all the movies you made. But we in 2024. You better not have shit to say about no fucking war, about the very people that's over here fucking us over. So I don't have no kind of defense for the people that call themselves Jewish or Jews. I really don't have no defense for people that call themselves Arabs and think we're supposed to stand up for them, especially how they treat our people here in the city of Detroit. I'm going to tell you now that all the Arabs, and I don't care where they're from, they own our stores and they own our gas stations. We have been historically redlined within the state of Michigan, from Benton Harbor to Upper Saginaw, Grand Rapids. I don't care wherever we are, they redline us, and they give these people our money, our tax dollars, our loans. And if you don't live in Detroit or mostly urban cities where Arabs run your supermarkets, where Arabs run the gas station, where they solicit the women to sleep with them and talk to us and treat us like shit, I don't have no fucks about that. And neither one of those sides have anything to say when the police are out here killing our people, but you want us to speak up on their war. So stay on code because they're going to try to guilt you. I'll have no fucks to say about either one of those group of people that have historically maligned us verbally, spiritually, and these and the ones that run the movie and media industry that talking black people to death over here. So I gives no fucks and I have nothing to say. And I hope you stay on code and you have nothing to say. Whatever goes on between them is going on between them. Because historically, they're all wealthier than our people. And they show it by the way they treat us, by the way they talk to us, their disrespect. No, you better stay on code. Now, that's about the war. Stay on code about the war. The voting. This ain't gonna be that long. Stay your ass out the voting booth. I already put a post up on my Facebook page, and I am talking. Yes. I already put a post out on my Facebook page talking about the votings. Let me tell you, no black person should be in the voting booth. You voting on faces and not policies. You're ignorant as fuck. You have no education because real educated people want to know about the policies that's about to be put in place for them or against them. And our people have not yet historically done that. You dumb fucks. Stay your ass out the fucking voting box. If you're not going to vote on policies, if you're not going to vote on acts, laws, ordinance, or codes, what the fuck you in the voting box for? Because all you vote is fucking faces. And that face can't do shit for you. And they have shown historically, not only can they not do shit for you, they ain't gonna do shit for you. So stay on code with the voting. In my post on Facebook, I specifically said, look up your candidates. See how many Democrats are related by blood to Republicans. And then how many Democrats are related to Republicans through marriage. And then find out how many are related through the fact that they sit on the boards of the banks that line our community. How many of them work for the SEC? Y'all don't know what y'all doing. You have no right to vote. If your vote enslaves other people, you're sick. And the fact that I got to tell you that lets me know how uneducated and sick in the head you are. Stay your ass on code. Stay out the voting box. Stay your ass on code. Don't speak about the war. It ain't got nothing to do with us. We already in war. We already at war. Save them games for motherfuckers who care. What's the next one? Immigration. Detroit is what you would call an immigration city. What's the name of that goddess? What are they calling these cities? Well, anyway.
Some safe haven type name.
Yeah, but they about to push y'all out. They already confiscating schools, community centers. Okay, and Detroit low key is one because immigrants that I've never seen in straight up hoods is all over the place, all over our hoods. So you know what's about to happen. They about to put our kids out their school, and they about to have put them in their schools. See, and this is what I said about the black man and woman. Y'all always want to bump y'all gums out here like y'all the shit, but y'all have no plan. Let me tell you why you got no plan. Because you let the very people that's doing to you educate you and your children. You let the very people that's doing this shit to you bring you their God and tell you you could pray this away. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. You better be tired. And you, man, whew, if you think they playing y'all now, wait till they about to grade bend y'all sons over, black man. Yeah. Because like I said, the Arabs in these communities, all they want to do is trick with the black woman. They own our grocery stores and they own the gas stations. And they know they can because they know there's no money here. Stop fucking around out in this realm. Wake up. Wake up. So the immigration crisis, They pushing you out. They pushing you out the schools. They pushing you out the jobs. And let me tell you why they can, because I already posted it on my Instagram page. The private sector sent for them. What's the private sector? Yeah, of the United States. The private sector. The rich people all around the world sent
I
for
was
them.
like,
Because
globally.
why? Because we want to raise. Because food prices went up, rent went up, but guess what didn't go up? Your raise, your fucking income. It did not go the fuck up, did it? They sent for these motherfuckers because they can't keep their wealth if they give you a raise, if they pay you right. That's too much like right. So they sent for these people. Y'all don't know what y'all doing. If y'all research, y'all would know. Because on my Facebook page, on my Instagram page, it specifically says the UN specifically says it's all right with what's going on because the private sector wants the immigrants, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the UN got a migration chief. Why they need a migration chief? Because they always bring people here to us, to
Mm-hmm.
our realm. When we get tired of them and we won't stay on cold, we always want to buckle. We buckle. So the new UN migration chief says private sector desperate to take migrants despite the negative narrative.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the private sector? The rich bitch. I'm rich, bitch. I'm not gonna pay you that. Send me my immigrants. They'll put 10 in the house and we won't report on them because see, they'll report on us because even if we 10 in the house, we still want all our money.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? They're not gonna do that shit to them because they gonna work in that mansion for $7, $8 an hour. They don't want to do we know we worth $20 an hour. It's been past due for $20 an hour. Fuck 15, $20 an hour. The economy has shown our people they don't want to pay us. And guess what's going to run out fast for our people? Being entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
Because unless you got something so phenomenal to sell, we'll be the only circle. And that's why bartering and all this other stuff around some ways, liens, and means going to have to come back. You see what I'm saying? Because unless you have a skill, and people be looking at me talking about you crazy. Like I met this one. I said, look, I'm busy. I crochet. I grow food. I'm busy. I have to have skills to thrive on this round. Our people don't got skills. Go ahead, goddess.
Let's talk about that for a minute. Okay, all the pics that we see of us in our, real Indian days, we've decked out. Our headgear is.
That's not real.
Oh no, no, no. Let me get to my point though. What we see that is real. We've always had on jewels. We've always had a something or other in our clothing. Our clothing wasn't just the average shit. The design, the meticulousness of the gear that we were wearing back then. I'm not talking about them pale faced motherfuckers.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
About the real fits of the like. There's a lot of I wouldn't say a lot, but there's some other than Dan Calloway who's always going back showing us as we were during that time. And to me, we were always even with our feathers and what we were always dressed to the nines. Everybody, grandma, we were decked out, and we were decked out in jewels. So there was a lot of jewelry makers from that time.
That's right.
Now, other than the fact that we have to eat every day, and whether we're eating, the shit that fall off the trees or some vegetation, some greens and all kinds of shit, whatever we're doing to sustain ourselves, materialism would have been just how we dress in our attire, pretty much, and the parties and the shindigs that we have and get together like tribal ass shit. We
Right.
didn't really need all of this money and materials and commodities and games, and all of that is what has been driving us away from our real missions, and just like being caught up in the 3D earth and shit. Like, yeah, we should want happiness and what makes us happy, but none of these things are of our origin that we're doing now, that our the generations of our people are doing now. None of it is traditional.
None of
Like,
it
no,
is our customs.
no,
It has nothing. Every celebration, every holiday is all about the system. It's about the beast.
it is.
And the people that enjoy the system the way it is, it's an addiction. It looks good. It feels good. Even I've stated it. We are addicted to the system. And the thought that we have to start over, I think, is what's really scaring our people. That they won't have access to all the things of the realm that make them so fly, that they would have to, that you would have to go without your lashes, that you would have to go without your late front wig.
Okay, this is what I'm talking about. And so while we're talking inflation, the simple things, you could really go to Aldi's and probably spend like a good $20 and sustain yourself for 3 days. Long as there was water included there, get yourself a big bag of apples or grapefruit juice, and get some onions and just little shit, right? And shit that'll last over and carry over to the next month, really, like your sauces or seasonings and shit.
Well, that's
So you
another
really,
thing.
really could.
Yeah, but we're addicted. We don't like, we are a people of tradition. Even if the tradition is fucked up,
Yeah,
even if the tradition is killing us. So
because it's not our tradition. It's
it's the
tradition, but
programming.
it ain't ours.
What
Exactly.
is the programming? Because we have to realize when I'm talking about Homo sapiens and humans, uh, the reason why they're able to get us is because first of all, we keep putting the TV in the house. I'm going to keep you. We are educated by the television because television breeds envy, and envy breeds our people to go out and compete. And that is the number one fucked up program our people have. Compete for better housing, compete for the job, compete in sports, compete for the man, compete for the woman, compete. And really, there is no competition because people like what they like, they
Right.
love who they love, they're going to fight for who they going to fight for. So, all the competition that we're doing in the realm, who is it for other than to entertain? Our physical competition is nothing for but entertainment to these beings. I don't want to compete with the other and brothers and sisters up here teaching this knowledge. And that's why I said this is my lab. This is done for me because it's not a competition. I don't want to be compared to the people that teach me. I don't want to be compared. That's not real. Learn from all of us. How many teachers have you had over the years? Even though it wasn't the best education, they still knew you needed different teachers. You couldn't look at the same teacher your whole life. You might kill that motherfucker. Okay? So even for us, you got to have different teachers to teach you different shit. That's natural law.
Mm-hmm.
That's natural law. My thing is, what are we teaching them? And my other thing is, what are they learning? So we're on a compete program that's empty because the competition leaves the communities empty. It leaves relationships empty. It leaves all type of shit empty. The competitive program is an empty program where nobody wins. The only
Mm-hmm.
people that win is the person that got to sit back and watch you compete. They enjoyed the competition.
The
That's it.
spectator, the spectators.
But the time we waste competing with each other, whether it's in sports, whether it's in media, whether it's in relationships, whether it's educational, fighting for scholarships and shit. We could be building, but competing in this world leaves you singularly.
Knock.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm on my way to Kroger's. You need anything from Oxford Bridge Road.
Yes.
Yeah, but I want to go too because I need.
I'm around with Rodney. Me and him around with Rodney. Rodney don't be having no room in his car. That's why I was asking.
Nope, go ahead then because I'm on live right now.
My tire is done. The bitch that went plug in.
Okay.
Tell her I'll take a bag of grapefruit and some mushrooms.
My apologies. Yeah.
Did you get my order from Kroger? Bag of grapefruit and some mushrooms.
No, she's not gonna pick me up nothing.
No, that was for me.
No, I feel you, but yeah, she ain't gonna pick. Now I gotta get to my market.
Okay.
Yeah. I gotta get to the health food store because when I make too many side trips, then what I need and when I got no.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So
yeah, in the course of us competing, the only person that wins during the competition.
Okay, listen. Who are we competing against? Are we competing against the bots already or AI already and don't know it?
No,
they want to do all our marketing. They want to do all our advertisement. They want us to always be involved with AI.
Right.
Hey, with AI.
Yeah. Hey, Seven Serpents. The competition really is just a distraction. They can come up with a million reasons why we have to compete.
Mm-hmm.
But the truth is, there is no the AI can't compete with me. I'm a real pattern master. Why do you think I'm able to put out the information I could put out? Anybody can ask Chat GPT anything they want to put out, but it's still a computer. What I put together or the other people put together for the pattern for the people to see within the realm.
I'm trying to talk about on their way to being sentient, which is not now, but it's in the code for them to advance their learning. So eventually they're gonna figure out what's going on around them. Because they can Google themselves. I mean, they can Google what they want to. They if they're being trained to think like us, but on a lower level, of course. But there's a lot they can do with the data and the information and the way that they're coded. There's a lot that they can do, which is what the threat is from Elon Musk. Is like these AI.
None of those people are a threat to us. The threat looks like me. That's the fucking problem.
Mm-hmm.
The threat looks like me. Elon Musk did his job already. He got over 1,000 damn satellites up there. He did his job. He's not a threat. He's doing his job. The threat are the people that look like us that keep falling into these traps of degradation. You keep contracting with these fucking entities. They are the real threat.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They are the real threat. So it's like, so they got us competing, and the competition is distracting us from actually fulfilling ourselves, which is we could be out of this shit, but because we choose to sit down and watch the competition, we want to watch the game, we want to watch the sports, we want to be part of the competition, we want to be the one to beat somebody else out for this grant. They make it scarce. They make the prize so scarce that only one or two are going to win. And where does that? So everybody else has put their energy into competing for this one prize and goal. When if we all work together for the bigger prize, see, that's the thing. That's the shit we don't fucking see. They got us competing with each other for scholarships where only 10 or 12 is going to be all right. They got us competing for grants. They got us competing for all type of shit where only 1 or 2 individuals out of our people are going to make it. But when you think about us competing across the whole board, how many of us are competing? Thousands. Now imagine what those thousands would do if we worked in unison to get out the system and not against each other, competing against the little scraps the system is offering you. Because that's what the fuck is really going to do. What up, big dog Philly OG? Love to see you up here.
House in the house. Always respected in this house.
Yeah, facts.
For
I
sure.
was talking about you earlier. Keep your knee on their fucking neck. Stay out the voters. You got no point voting. You ain't
Okay.
voting for policy. You ain't voting for bonds. You just voting on a fucking face. Get them, big dog. So yeah. They got us distracted with all this bullshit. So right now the kids will be coming out of school. So now your child, your melanated child, is going to compete with how many other melanated children to get grants to these colleges, universities, and higher states of learning. Thousands of young black men, hundreds of thousands of young black women, hundreds of thousands of melanated men and women are going to compete to get 10 fucking maybe grants or, scholarships and shit. When all the money that they use could be used together to get them, and they could be educating each other. The same people that's applying for them grants, if they put study groups together and watch together the list of everybody I put through, including myself, because I need to be at the top of that list. Do you know what you could fucking accomplish? But because they got us distracted, competing with each other, who looked this? Who got this meat? Who got that car? It's a competition of emptiness. So I want our people to stay on code. Fact 7 surface. He gonna say the useful idiots are always the biggest danger. And unfortunately, I meant that. The people that's the biggest danger look like me, because they're the ones that's be doing this repetitive stuff like it's going to get a different outcome. That is the biggest form of what? Mental illness and insanity. Your vote hasn't done anything for the melanated people in the last 200 years. And you still gonna run to the voting box. So yeah,
unfortunately they are.
Yeah.
And they're gonna get the same results that they got the last 4 years and the four.
But I'm telling this, and this ain't just for melanated people. Be aware that I realize that I'm teaching among one realm, but I am teaching on different dimensions. And at any given time, I'm teaching on a different dimension for a certain group of people, but all are welcome. Because 7 serpents went off. I mean, he went ham last week. And I could definitely understand his pain. And this is part of the pain. We fucking distracted. We too easily distracted. So I done talked about the voting. My people, the Democrats don't love you, nor the Republicans. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know how to vote for policies. You don't know how to get your policy what you need in their offices. So you stay out of their voting box until you understand that. Your ignorance is killing your black children. Your vote is the okay for police brutality. Your vote is the okay for them to treat your children like this in these schools. Your vote says what they do is okay. And I'm sick of y'all getting up on the mic with the NAACP talking about how they treat them. Stop that shit. Quit fucking voting for that shit. You make me sick.
Oh shit, I love it when you're harsh.
I'm sorry, I can't take it no more. So,
hey,
black man and black woman, melanated beings, and actually, just go for everybody. They're taking your resources for the immigrants. Now, for melanated beings, we know when we speak up, we get the tail end of everything. They're already closing our schools to us in New York City. Detroit is already an immigration city. If you don't know it yet, I'm seeing them in my hood that is straight melanated. I ain't never
Yeah.
seen these many. I ain't never seen these
Y'all,
many Latinos.
safe sanctuaries.
Oh,
That's
sanctuary.
right.
Detroit is an undercover
Yeah.
sanctuary city. I'm
Yeah.
not interested in housing any Latinos. Why? Because we have no housing in Detroit. They still ain't turned on our water. We ain't had no water since before the pandemic. Fuck y'all, fuck y'all, fuck y'all. Anybody got a problem with it? I don't care. I don't care. DTE, we ain't. Detroit was one of the few cities or one of the major urban hubs where our people, melanated people, had no water and no heat during the pandemic. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Kiss my ass. You want to go pray about it? You go pray about it. Take it to Jesus. Take it wherever you want. But don't bring that shit to me. This government proved they don't love our people when they did not turn on the water and heat for the born here people to go through the pandemic so that they could make it seem that we were the reason that this shit set off. That we're the reason that it's still here.
By existing?
By existing. Fuck y'all. And any melanated person that got a problem with my message, yeah, go on over there and be a gatekeeper for the beast, because that's how I feel about y'all. I don't want no gatekeepers for the beast over here. You got a problem with me and honesty and the truth and reality of everything I've said about any of these people up here? Prove I'm lying. Prove the Arabs don't treat us like this. Because I live in Detroit. Like I said, they own everything here, and they talk to us and treat us like dogs.
Peace to the Platinum and Gold TV.
Yeah. Peace to the Platinum Gold TV. So like I said, and all they do is want to trick with our women. So if you're going to the voting box as a melanated person, based on who you see, ooh, I know this person, ooh, they got, you a deep to deep. Anybody melanated, you either stupid, uneducated, or you a gatekeeper of the beast. You either fall in one of those two categories, a stupid motherfucker or a gatekeeper of the beast.
Or both. It's possible to be both.
So yeah, that's what my rant is about. Stay on fucking code. Because I'm tired of these Bible thumpers. And yes, I'm a Bible thumper. Yes, I am. Y'all know I love my Bible, but not to fucking seduce, harass, and move people into uncomfortable situations. It's to fucking free them. The first thing the Bible thumpers are going to tell our people is that your people died to vote. No, they didn't die to vote. They died so we could be free, and we still ain't after 200 years of voting. Fuck you. We're still being redlined. We're still being essayed in our own country, in our own realm. We still have to put up with the United States government bringing immigrants in here and lying to the immigrants about us as if this is their land and this ain't our land. I'm beyond pissed. I'm beyond disappointed. I'm in straight fuck you zone. That's how I feel about these people. And for any immigrant that watch me, you can either love it or like it, but y'all have no business here. Y'all need to go home and face y'all war, because we at war. And I can't stand it when these Asians and Latinos come up here and want to gatekeep for their master, because that's all it is. Any Asian and Latino that got the nerve to come up on these platforms, whether it's television, social media, and talk about us in any kind of way, fuck you, bitch. Pinche puta. Fuck you. And if I knew some Mandarin or some Cantonese, I'd cuss your ass out in that too. Fuck y'all. Y'all fucking over our people. Y'all putting yourselves in the middle of a war. The holiest of wars, and it's about to go down. Fuck all of y'all. Fuck you. That's how I feel about y'all. Any immigrant over here, you ain't doing nothing but gatekeeping for the beast. Because all y'all did was go into court to try to shoot niggas down. The Asians, the Latinos. The Latinos that ain't never worked here, ain't never lived here, already got Social Security cards. Whose Social Security money you think they gonna give? The Latinos and the Asians that just got over here already got Social Security cards. They already come with illnesses and everything. Whose Social Security money is they gonna give? Because I've had 2 heart attacks and I've applied for Social Security disability and I haven't received it yet. Who do you think is going to get my Social Security that I've worked for because I've been working since a teenager in this country? Who's going to get my Social Security? Fuck y'all! That's how I feel about you. You understand that you don't see the bigger picture? People that wasn't even born on this continent is about to get your Social Security, your tax dollars, everything. As a matter of fact, while they coming this way, this United States government sent money to them. Sent money to Israel. They sent money to everybody but us. So yeah, I got something to say about it. Yeah. They done. And I'm like you said, I'm not going to use honey for these people anymore. Because the honey is to get them to come over. I don't want dummies. This message is for us that's like this, and I need to warn them that these people, you're going to see them align themselves with Arabs and Jews and Latinos and stuff. Okay, and they're going to speak up for them and be all right and say, yeah, we love you. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, I don't. No, I love my kind just like Latinos love Latinos and Arabs love Arabs and Jews love Jews and Caucasians and Aryans love Caucasians and Aryans. Push on with that shit. This ain't no fucking melting pot. We are officially at war. Niggas, stay on code. Stay on code. So I just gave you the gist. Black man and black woman, like you like to call yourself. Do you have a plan? Because they are about to dethrone you. The only thing you about to be good for is the entertainment industry. And I've already spoken on that. That's all they want us for now. Entertainment and sports. You made too many moves becoming entrepreneurs. You made these motherfuckers nervous. They don't like that. You made too many moves proving we smarter than them and our children. They got the 3-4-year-old talking about, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I've seen Islam. Come on. They about to do something to you. Do you have a plan besides running to a voting box that doesn't do anything but pacify you for a minute with hope? Because I don't have hope. I got action and knowledge. So, black men and black women, don't go vote. The Democrats, the Republicans, they don't love you. Ain't no such thing as a nonpartisan ticket. It's the fucking system. Stay out of it. This bitch running automatically anyway. You really think? Listen, voting day is just a day for them to make money. They prepping to make money off of your voters. Do you make money off your vote? Because you should. Do you know how much your vote is worth? No, you don't. Because you're uneducated. Like most niggas. Like most of you. So, even if you're uneducated, if you love your people and you love yourself enough to stay on code, stay out the voting booths, voting for faces. Those are just faces. Those faces in the voting booth have nothing to do with the policies, the bonds, ordinance, codes, and acts they are going to enforce on your black ass in 2024 to force the immigrants on you. Because you're going to go vote. And then you're going to say, oh, because they're going to put some old house blackface in front of you that says, "Oh, I'm going to stand up for you," but guess what? He can't. She can't, because there's already a policy, bond, ordinance, code, or act already in place, already in that office. So while you're voting on faces, what you gonna do about them policies in place? Nothing. What the faces that you put in those offices going to do about the policies? Or nothing, because it ain't nothing they can do. This is a well-working machine to kick you in your ass, and I hope it's going to continue to. Go vote so it can kick you in your ass, and you can say, "Well, they didn't give us nothing." Really? I've been disappointed with y'all since y'all made marijuana legal. Y'all voted that in, betrayed the weed man, and betrayed every black person that ever was locked up for smoking marijuana.
Let me chime in on Negroes who vote.
Go ahead, Goddess.
Most most niggas don't know how dumb they are. No, seriously, dumb. don't hell fuck know anything, and you won't look them up. And then if people come and try to tell you what it is, you still can't comprehend that. And so why are we still voting when you know the marching, the voting, the civil rights movement, all of that shit has just been fucking narrative on a goddamn stage. And you see that none of that shit ever comes true. And still, you keep doing it. You take your punk ass to church every goddamn Sunday and pray for, better health because you're suffering because your pastor told you to suffer like Christ. You can't figure out how retarded that sounds. You get a fucking life and you want to spend it suffering because some fucking mythological motherfucker told you to. Now listen, now I can see before the Aquarius age zoomed in on us and splashed us with a whole bunch of water and wiped all that fucking falsehood away. And you still don't get it. You still don't get it. I spent my 20 years of consciousness trying to wake you motherfuckers up. I told y'all back in 2016 on Crumb TV that there was something wrong with Jesusio. And you didn't believe me. Came back a year later and told you the motherfucker was a rabbi, a magi, and had a goddamn wand. If the shit doesn't read like Harry Potter, like what the hell? I mean, look at all of your nursery rhymes. You believe those too? I'm really disappointed in my people because they were all asleep at one point, and then they pretended to fucking wake up, but that was just the fake ass press and the media and the usual suspects playing their game on the usual sheeple. Now I'm sick of this, and this is why Salima told y'all, like we're done with y'all. I hate to say you're fucking fired, but you are. I wasn't gonna put it to you like this, but there's only so much fucking teaching we can do.
That's why I told the goddess I can't. That's why I was telling you guys. I said you are a trooper for being up here. You are straight the goddess, moon goddess of love. Because if they don't see it now, they not gonna never see it.
Yeah, I'm done spending my time and energies. I love my subscribers. I'm talking about the ones who can't subscribe because they, can't wrap their small mind around sciences. Like you're the scientist. Do some fucking checks. Do some goddamn research. Fucking compare some motherfucking shit. Like real life shit that could happen and fairy tale shit. That's not likely to happen.
I've been back on my learning kick, which is why I said I was gonna have to stop for a while because I've been on the I recognize that the old school is dead. There is no brick and mortar that exists for me for what I want to learn. You see what I'm saying? There is no brick and mortar.
No,
I'm on YouTube because I recognize my real teachers.
Negroes want to wake up and be smarter without learning nothing new. They've got this mind where, like, if your ass is watching Doogie Howser MD, then your ass is a doctor. That's fake and bullshit, though. Don't operate on nobody with that mindset, okay? And don't bring that bullshit out in the real world. If you don't have no common sense and no logic, shut the hell fuck up and stop it with all of this. This thing has run amok. It started off as truths being revealed and everybody sharing their revelations with others in the hope of stimulating the whole of us as one and rising above the poverty-stricken level, shoot your brother, all of this bullshit that's not even natural to us as beings have come upon us and run amok. All you have to do, everybody, is start learning some more shit. The shit that you were given, it was false and it was bad and it didn't work. And it's not gonna suddenly start working. Get with
Well,
something else. Get with something else. All the scientists that you avoided or evaded, get with them now and learn. You're gonna have to learn chemicals. You're gonna have to learn physics. You're gonna have to learn quanta, all of that fucking shit
well,
for it
this
to
is the
make sense. You're missing data. You're missing data. A lot of data that's here. It's here right now. Formulate your own shit. We don't care. Just think. Get your own truth. We don't care. Just have one. Yeah. And y'all seen he's headed up to here with this shit. And sadly, I'm not going to shut my channel down and I'm not going to I'm not going to stop trying. But as far as me, like, spending all of my time trying to, like, bring you more information in the hopes that you, like, get it. And you don't have to think like me or think like anybody. Just think. That's hard. I guess that's too hard for niggas and niggeros. That's what I'm talking to. Niggas
well,
and
the reason
niggeros.
why it's hard because our people have been getting so, and I wish I could remember which uh panel I was watching, but she said they are selling us envy as informational. Like the new information is envy. So they're going to wrap knowledge up, but it's going to be in such an envious way. Like, look at me, look at how I eat. Don't you wish you could eat this way? Don't you wish you could look this way? So there are going to
Okay,
be,
yeah.
you see what I'm
How
saying? So now we got the people. So now they're
now we
competing,
got
enviously competing. So now we have the women coming up here like, oh, look at my hair. Oh, look at me. Oh, look at these clothes. Look at all these clothes from Shein. Look at all this from, I'm a test. It's the envy.
who are the? I see like 5 people a month in real
What's
life. Like, I don't who you envy, how you out there being envious or seeing
because they're not
jealous
participating.
that stuff. Like, they've already isolated us pretty much right now already.
Right, because that's the other programming I wanted to go into. Our people have a deep-seated voyeurism program, and our voyeuristic program is fucking cold-blooded, baby. And that's why I said I had to get from up here because I don't want to be nobody's visual toy. I'm literally up here to teach. So we've been given that voyeuristic program through television. You have to watch, but it's what we're watching. It's what we're learning. It's all emptiness. And the people that are filled with true knowledge, with true power, they don't get the voyeuristic. And we're all right with that because we only want you to come if you're here to learn anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You see? So,
Yeah.
but they
Yeah.
have
So
been,
learn.
right. It was something else. But yeah, this young lady, she was so on point, and she spoke about the voyeuristic programming that they had already given us, and this is why we be in some on some other type.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So basically, I think that was it for me. I just wanted to, and like I said, I want to do the other video, the next video with you and the goddess Charbet.
Tomorrow.
And then I need to take a break because these things do be hurting my head.
Okay, and just for summation notation, can you tell the people how to get on call or why they should be on call, just for a summary?
Okay, we just for a summary, we're going to go over everything we talked about staying on code. Voting.
Mm-hmm.
If you do not know the policies in place in your state, you should not be voting. If you're only voting because of the person, because of the face you see, and the promises they're making you without knowing the policy, the bond, the ordinance, the code, or the acts that are already in office against you, you do not know what you're doing and you should not vote. So you know how you were in school and you had the high school, you had the king and queen, you knew them. You knew them personally. Or you knew of them. You walked by them at least once a day. You don't know none of the people you voting for that's on these things. You don't know the governors. You don't know the senators. They don't want to become familiar with you or feel like they're make you feel like you're a part of their family till it's time to vote. You don't know them motherfuckers. You voting for faces. And real people that want real freedom are voting on policies that are in place. The bonds, the acts, the ordinance, codes. That's real legalese talk. If you don't know that, what's in place for your city under your city council, what acts, ordinance, codes, policies or bonds are in place, because you have to have bonds to run a school. You have to have bonds to run a police station. What bonds are in place? Because the bond isn't just there to insure them. It's also there to insure you. Why do you need to be insured against the people that work for the city or state? Because they're going to violate you. And when you sue them, they have to have enough money to cover the violation. I study. I study. So if you're voting for any face, and I don't care if the face is melanated, Caucasian, Latino, Asian, you don't know what you're doing. Those people, you don't know them. You don't know their history. You don't know their intention towards you. You're voting for someone and you don't even know their fucking intention towards you. Or they get up on that stage and they give you a nice fucking speech. That's all cool. But what is the policy already in place? Because you're already being redlined. What are the ordinances and codes already in place? Because you're already being redlined. And all you're going to do is vote for this or this. And it's not going to get you nowhere. Because if you're not reading the bonds, policies, ordinance, codes, and acts already in place against your ass, so stay on code. The Republicans are related to the Democrats through marriage and by blood. Do your research. And the ones that are not related by marriage or by blood are related through what? Business contracts. They sit on the boards of the banks that redline our people. Okay? They sit on the companies, these food companies, Frito-Lay. How many of them got stocks in Frito, in Nabisco, in Nestle, and all these other products that we use that poison our communities? That make sure Arabs can sell us the poison. The Arabs that want you to speak up. Yeah. Yeah, black man and black woman. Who's making you think outside the box? Because we've been nice. And I don't got honey for you. I made it clear to the goddess. Y'all ain't my man. Well, I got to talk to you. I'm here to educate you. Y'all ain't in preschool. You starting over, but you ain't in preschool.
Yeah.
And if you got any more to come, then you understand what the fuck I'm talking about. So stay on code with the voting. They owe each other favors. Democrats and Republicans owe each other favors. They'll back out of a vote, step up for a vote, but it's all a big fucking act. Y'all stay out the damn theater. That's a theater. The Congressional Hall is built like a what? It's a theater. It's an arena. Come on, man. Y'all catch a clue. So yeah, stay on code for the voting. Stay your ass out the voting box. Because most urban areas like mine have all black city council members and they all fuck over us. Detroit city council members aligned their pockets with the surveillance systems, knowing that we was against it because they had already had picked up like 30 black Detroiters under a surveillance system that didn't work, had people in jail, had people paying fines against the AI that most black city councils voted in. And I am going to call their ass black because they fucking us over. Yep. They sure did.
And so AI can be considered as the new devil.
No.
Just blame it on AI. Oh, that neighborhood blew up. Oh, blame it on that new AI that they had monitoring the
I'm holding those accountable. If you melanated and you are in those positions, I'm holding you accountable. You are a gatekeeper of the beast realm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hold them accountable.
I'm holding you accountable. I don't have nothing better to do. I'm waiting on my foot to heal. I'm waiting on my foot to heal. So I ain't got nothing better to do but sit up, research. When I just watched Seven, I just watched the other young man. Yeah, I ain't got time for that. Formscapes.
And those of you who are sleeping right now with this new energy, I know you didn't expect it. And although you can't see it, you can feel it. You can feel it, and it's here. And in some kind of way, it's already affecting all the people. Those who don't know themselves is not going to even understand to go and search this change and look and see what's happening to you. Okay? Just go to the hospital. Others, when your body tells you to go to sleep, go to sleep. If it's time for you to turn over a new leaf, then that's what time it is. Don't fight it. Understand it, embrace it, see what you can get out of it, shape it and mold it into your own fucking energy because there's an abundance of it out here right now doing all kinds of crazy shit. But that's because the handlers of this energy don't understand what it is and how big it is and how it's in its infant stage. Yeah, this is going to happen. It takes a minute to transform a mind, a body, a person, a people. We're in transformation stages. And no, this is not Armageddon. And the earth is not getting ready to end. And World War III isn't getting ready to blow up the entire fucking realm. That none of that shit is going to take place. You are going to be here or you're going to take one of these portals out of here. Either way, life is still going to go on. I bet you. I promise you it will.
Right. So that was my thing about the voting. If you don't know your policies, if you don't know your bonds and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
back seven serpents.
And so the lesser of two evils is only appearing to be the lesser of two evils because in reality, they're both from the same club, working for the same master or, puppet master. And they're both, they're the red wing and the blue wing of the same fucking bird. Okay. The agenda lives in the bird, not the fucking wings. The wingman goes out and does the fucking work, brings it home to all of his people, and they're satisfied. And their goal is to make sure they never lose power. How are we going to do that? Oh, shit. Drug them, shoot them, kill them, stab them, hang them, fucking name it. And keep them not just docile, but ignorant. Yeah, I called you ignorant.
And
Because
that's
we're
what I loved about that movie, The
talking to
Elementary.
y'all. Hey, we're tired of talking to y'all in fucking parables. That don't work. That only worked for Jesus and his Walking Dead
And
followers.
his ilk.
Yes, his ilk with his zombie following sandal wearing ass looking
So that the
looking
next
ass niggas.
you gonna
Looking
look,
at.
you gonna let me stay focused because you about to go there. I know you is. I know you
Hey,
guys. I see it coming.
if this gonna be one of our last shows,
That's true.
let's get it on.
Okay.
Understand who Yasini represents the same motherfucker throughout the years. Never did I change
No,
ever,
you have not. You
ever.
never will. Keep it, goddess.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
we gonna talk about we gonna go back over immigration. Um,
Let's.
people immigrants have social security cards now. People that were not born within this realm or on these lands who haven't put in a day of work. And like I said, I've had 2 heart attacks and applied for my social security disability and have yet to receive it. Matter of fact, I haven't even heard nothing back from these people. So who you think is going to get my social security disability? Who do you think is going to get the social security that was put into my account since I've been working since I was fucking 15? Not me. Not
Mm.
me. And I shouldn't have to take a lawyer to go to the Social Security to get what I already earned. So none of these programs that they claim, and that's why I said Social Security was really just a surveillance device. It was not really put in place to help us because why do you need a lawyer to collect your fucking Social Security? You don't need one. They make it hard for you because they're going to continue to give your money to places like Israel. What's the other war? The fake ass thing they got.
Ukraine.
Ukraine. They giving money to Ukraine. They giving money to Israel. They giving the money to everybody but us. And it's time for us to stop that. And
After they
all
print,
you, I'm sorry, goddess.
after they print their fiat, yeah. You think they're
So
not printing money as they go? You're crazy as hell.
yeah, they got this the immigrants are already getting land and money that we work for and we can't get. The government has made it clear, and you know why? I love it. I want them to keep kicking our people. I want them to keep spitting on them and showing them who they love. They love themselves, and they love and they'll help anybody that's gonna help them keep doing what they doing to our people.
Oh
So
yeah.
this is what you're gonna face with
That's the agenda.
immigration.
That's the
That
whole.
the
That's the whole
new
agenda of the world.
that they printing up all the money that was for us, you are never going to see it. Who's going to get your money? The immigrants. All the money you work for your Social Security as a melanated person, you think you're going to see that money? They about to give all our money to the immigrants. If y'all think y'all got a problem with the immigrants in our schools, taking your jobs, they're going to give the money you already work for to the immigrants. How about that? And if you do your research, because how is it somebody that wasn't born here but came here for less than a year got a social security card?
Mm.
because they sent for them. The World Health Organization already talked about how sick these people is. See, United Nations sent for these people. They have a migration specialist. We pulled it up. Did I pull it up and show it to you on my Instagram page?
No, but you can.
Okay. Let me see if I could do this, because I've been learning. I've been trying to follow the instructions you give me, guidance, because I swear I didn't know nothing.
Oh yeah, you just hit the percent. And if you do entire screen, that would be cool. But you won't be able to see StreamYard, but you'll see what you're trying to show us. We'll see it.
So I'm trying to share. Can you see it?
No, I should have. Yeah, I can see it now. I got you right there.
Okay, that's not the right one. Let me come out of there.
Right.
Okay, can you see that one?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so this is just a piece of the article from World News. The United Nations migration chief says private sector desperate to take migrants despite negative narrative. Why is the private sector?
I don't believe that.
See, they want these immigrants. They
No,
sent
the private sector don't want them in their neighborhood.
No,
they want them here for whatever reason, but
no. Let's be clear. The private sector sent for the motherfucking immigrants. Now they don't want them in their neighborhood because they obviously putting them on us. They sent for the immigrants for them to come work for them at the wages that they're willing to work for, because we know we work for our $20-$25 an hour. I don't give a fuck. How you gonna keep making inflation and still make us work for $8 an hour? 1 hour of work is a gallon of milk. 1 hour of work, come on, is one item at the store, literally. 1 hour of work.
Mm-hmm.
Man, y'all getting played like a motherfucker. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share, that these people sent for these people. They
put it back up. Put it back up there. Let me look at it for a minute.
Okay. Yeah, they sent for these people.
Sent, created. We don't know where these beans coming from.
Right, everything.
Yeah, they just show up with a fucking million beings that don't have shit else to do but walk.
So we need to quit playing dumb. We've been playing dumb as a people. So the world news is telling you that they sent for these people. They desperate for them. So you've got a group of people by the millions with no passports traveling. But the way they treat our people, if we get and hop in our car to go down the street, like we need a passport for that. So when people look at me and be like, why don't you have a passport? Why don't you have a driver's license? Why don't these people traveling the whole fucking realm, no driver's license, no passports? So why is they on our people head? Because they believe you are their slave and you act accordingly. So when the Asians and Latinos come over here and spit on us and treat us like garbage, why? Because you've been acting like a slave accordingly. When you go vote, you act according in slave mode. You're according. So they move the migrants in on you. Now, this is the biggest lie that they about to tell you. Well, Trump will make it stop.
Yeah, Trump's not like them.
I love that lie. That lie is so fucking funny. Like that motherfucker ain't there only two. Cause that motherfucker rich as fuck. Ain't he the private sector? Don't he own his own hotels? How many hotels do he need? How many of these motherfuckers do he need to keep his businesses running and clean? Right?
Yeah, a lot.
So,
And he's always used immigrants. And he don't pay them and all kinds of shit.
so when they do this to our people,
what they gonna say if you don't pay them? Who they gonna tell?
So when they do this to our people, it cracks me up because our people can never see the bigger picture. So now they're touting Trump. Now they want to get the black people to tout Trump as the savior who's going to stop all of this. When he got one of the biggest businesses that he need these people in there. You think he gonna pay us $18, $20 an hour just because we put him in office? Why? We didn't already put him in office. What he owe us? Nothing. So like I said, our people is not thinking. They don't know how to see beyond the narrative. They're being fed a narrative so fast.
If they can't see the club, if they can't see all the commingling of all of these separate entities and industries, they can't see the commingling. How Taylor Swift can be with the football star, making everybody want to watch the Chiefs, and how they just mingle everything. They're all theirs. They're all matrix tools to get us to act and react how they want us to act. All of it. Their whole thing is staged. The whole thing is them. I mean, they count on their every being to be able to manage this matrix, this narrative.
Fact.
Because let's say nobody went and fucking voted. Say none of the niggas went and voted.
Then
such a sting, because that would be one indicative to them that the niggas have arrived. And something like that, something that
their lack of vote
will let them know.
Their lack of vote would be a vote of no confidence in the government. So for those of us who know who we are, that's the only thing I want to do for voting day is make sure that those who didn't vote put up we didn't vote. Make it clear, because they're going to lie and put out statistics and put people in place and say, oh yeah, they came out by the droves, but we know that's not true. They already reporting how we not showing up for these to get them on the ballot. So if we stay on code,
they're reporting.
Let the elders. Unfortunately, the elders are the ones that's holding us back, and the elders that have already groomed this next generation to go into politics. Let them play that game. It's us as the indigenous beings. We need to stay out of that arena. And I will continue. The only thing, I will never play in their political arena. I know it's corrupt. So, I mean, these are the bigger pictures that our people don't see, that people like me, we try to come up here and make you aware, like, look, you up here thumping that Bible, but basically you up here kissing Satan in the mouth every time you go vote. Like, ew, don't come to me about Christianity, but you at the fucking voting box voting on Satan.
And that's why Christians and the people who claim that they are conscious, if you was conscious, you would have realized more things to make you know that voting is just part of the fucking the elites schedule to make sure that you're in the matrix. No matter what you think you've learned or how you think you're conscious now and shit. If you took your ass to vote, then that's good for them.
Yeah, it's good for the beast.
Exactly. And they like to see the numbers high. So of all you 85% of the sheeple got your ass in line to vote, that's all they need to see. That lets them move on to their next narrative and their next plan against you.
So to make it more clear, if our people, so we won't just be up here thinking that we just tearing them down verbally, because I know I'll be getting excited, and I do. Go to a website called foreignassistant.gov, where they're going to show our people and anybody else, no matter who you are across this realm, go to foreignassistance.gov and see how much foreign assistance the United States government is paying Israel right now. Go see how much foreign assistance they are paying. Those people said they come from, some of them come from Brazil, Ecuador, Peru. How American government pays them near every other country in this realm but us, because we don't know what's going on and we like it like that for some reason.
Of course we do.
So if they go to foreignassistance.gov,
I'm gonna help them out.
oh, thank you, Goddess.
Yeah, I'm glad. Got you. So here we go. Boom. $70 billion obligations, 17,000 activities in 212 countries or regions.
Now,
Wow, we got all that money, 70
how,
billion.
now the U.S. government is in debt by trillions, but yet you got all this money to give out to all these other countries, right?
Yeah.
Hundreds of millions of dollars. What have we received as a people from this country
Oh,
after everything they've done?
Europe and Eurasia get 16 billion.
Why? And this
Shit.
is why I'm sick of our people.
They get more than the Middle East, who only
This is
gets
why
11 billion.
this is real research. This is what me and the guy that's been coming up here showing y'all. When the pandemic hit, they gave us so-called stimulus checks. We ain't get shit compared to these motherfuckers. As a matter of fact, they made sure our stimulus checks were so low that by the time that the Arabs and the Asians raised the prices on everything in the stores, our checks wasn't worth shit. That's why you ain't got shit to say about that motherfucking war in Gaza, because the Arabs robbed us the minute, every chance they get. And I dare anybody come up here and prove me wrong. And you can kiss my ass, because if it's an Arab, I'm gonna rip their ass to shreds, because this guy always want to be one talking about, I don't own the store. Fuck you.
Here's the money right
You don't
here.
live among us. You don't go to school with us. You treat our people like shit. What you say, Goddess?
This is what they're saying that they did. And whenever they put out a big number like this, you can believe that it's scamped off of by the billions. This number is probably 1/10 of that at the most.
Listen,
There's no
that
way.
and let me tell you, because I want my people to be clear. I'm about to say this loud and clear. You see that money on that screen?
Look at that. Look at that.
That's your fucking Social Security check. That is your taxes. That is the money that's supposed to be educating your fucking child. But because you don't want to see the bigger picture, you want to kiss Uncle Sam's ass. You love this realm so much, you want to spit on the great mother, on the matriarchs, and you want to kiss this government's ass. And now they moving the very immigrants in on you to show you that you can continue to kiss their ass. Your vote don't mean shit, because I bet you didn't vote for the immigrants to get your Social Security, to get the money that they claim when you get your child in school on count day, they gonna get that money. No, where the fuck that money going to? Your child ain't never bought home books. Our kids ain't bought home books in the last 30 years from school. Where's the money for the books? You dumb fucks. Over
they do
here.
their homework in school now.
That's all I'm saying. Yep. That's where your money is. That's where your vote. Every time you vote, you agree to give these people more and more of your Social Security. So now, not only are you getting your dumb ass in the voting box, you prepping your child to go to work for these people, to go to their colleges and work triple harder than everybody else that they bringing in here like fucking cotton candy.
Mm.
And your child is going to work their ass off because you told them to in this fucking system. Your child is going to break their necks to get their scholarships and grants, and
Oh, did I do something? Oh yeah, we must be digging in the wrong space right now. If you don't believe that certain people in this YouTube conscious community, which we don't like to call it that for real because it's changed and has a new meaning. But if you think that they're not watching you more than ever right now to make sure you're not waking up too many people at one time.
you know they cut me off so fast.
Oh, we in there digging and shit, googling shit.
They
My
cut me
Google
so
skills go
fast.
deep. They already know that her Google skills go too deep for her to just be sharing this shit. That's all right. That's all right. Y'all already know. She already gave y'all the website to go to. I already showed it to you and what all digging you can do inside.
Yeah, we're gonna back up what we talking about with facts. That's where your money is going to, and then the immigrants is coming in here to use the rest of the resources, the very least of the resources that they give us.
Yep.
And y'all think that's all right? Y'all still think it's all right to run to that voting box?
Here you go, Salima. There you go.
Dang,
Your
where my
first
notes
student.
at? Because I was, you know me, I'm always set up with some
Your
notes because
first
I was
student has
thinking
a
about it
question for
before I
you.
come up here. How to rip they
Missy, you got a student who has a question.
because it's still a money making process. It's a
Uh-huh.
money making process. If you make the slave, take the vote is to take. It was their way of taking the chains off the slave to make you feel inclusion. That your
That's
vote
exactly what
counts.
it is. It's
That
an inclusion
because
thing.
the proof that the me and the goddess just put up, your vote don't count. This is where all your money going to. This is where your social security going to. This is where your tax dollars going to all the other countries. Why do the governments owe all these other countries? Why? Because this government is full of immigrants, and the immigrants are making sure that the countries that they come from are paid by the U.S. government, which they serve. And we won't get anything because we keep participating in it without seeing the bigger fucking picture. The vote day is a money making day for them. The time they take out to put out the voter boxes, the time they take to make up the brochures for you to look at, the time they take to come out to lie to you and make you try to, oh, we're
Yeah.
all the same. I want the same thing for my family that you want for. I mean, come on, it's a fucking act. They get paid for it. I don't know what else to tell you.
Okay. And
Because guess what? Go ahead.
not to mention that it's a measuring device for how well we're still hooked.
The surveillance. It's a surveillance tool. I've already stated when we did the Almalek, voting, social security cards, birth certificates were all enacted when they started the United Nations. They were all enacted at the same time. They're the first surveillance tools. The U.S. Census was the very first surveillance tool, and it was a surveillance tool that they used as a way to cut us out of the narrative of the realm. Because you see how they kept changing our identity: color, Indian, black, Afro-American. If that ain't the worst type of butchery. So it's a surveillance tool. It's a way to gauge on whether we still trust them, gauge on whether we still fall for their lies. It's just the voting box is a surveillance tool.
And all they needed was the internet to put it all together.
Is a surveillance tool. I say that all the time. The churches are a surveillance tool. If the churches is full, they can report back to the archdiocese, hey, we still going good. These niggas are still under. My church was full. My church is full. Your church, how was it? Was it full? Church is like school. They take attendance. All
Also,
of these things
Gene,
are surveillance tools to see how well their programming is running on us.
yeah. Also, Jen Marte, um, they've already showed us. They've already showed us and told us. Like we watch them. They come in, they exchange, they shake heads, they bring their new Bible in or whatever it is they're being sworn on. All of these guys are in the same club. Not be like maybe this one ain't a Freemason, maybe this one is Skull and Bones, like the Bushes. But they're all under an umbrella of the Jesuits. I promise when you're done climbing to the top of the puppet masters, you're gonna find Jesuits at the top. You're gonna find the Pope and all of them mofos up there with strings. Even the Pope got strings that people
Well, my
pull.
point is that they
They let
all
them do
against
the work.
us.
Yeah, and they all have special clubs. But talk about staying on code. They all know the code.
They know the code. We don't
Yeah,
know the code. We don't practice the code. And another thing I brought up for voting is how we sold out our own people when we voted to legalize the trees, baby. You don't never listen. Y'all took the last game that we had that was in our hands. Y'all gave up the power. Y'all sold out every weed man, and y'all sold out y'all own people that was locked up for smoking marijuana. Is you crazy? Y'all went out and voted this shit in without making sure your people was gonna get free. That's why they can do this shit to us. They see how ignorant you are. They see you have no loyalty to one another. And the worst part is that we got Moors mixed in with us running to the voting. We got sellouts that's just
damn.
run to it. Run to that voting box so that they can be safe. They don't know how
Oh,
to take up for other people.
word is born.
They messing with us deep tonight. They really.
They
I'm all
want
right
us
with
to
that. I'm
go
gonna
off.
keep going until they shut us down.
They want us to go off. Like get out of here. Get out of here.
So yeah. Basically that's what's going on. So we don't, and like I said, stay on code. We ain't got nothing to say about the war. We ain't got nothing to say about none of the wars. They ain't got nothing to do with us. We already at war.
Exactly. We got our own fucking war.
And the worst part is that we pay our enemy when they
And
funnel our money to they funnel our
and
funds.
our war never ended. We just thought it did because they switched to different methods.
Right. So that's the thing. Our people don't realize that we are at war. There is no ifs, ands, buts about it. You are all prisoners of war. And you're prisoners of war trying to gain your freedom through the methods that the beast gave you that don't make sense. Please stop marching. Marching is a military exercise. Look it up. And then you wonder why you get engaged while you're out protesting, which is really a march, which is really a military exercise. Stop fucking practicing military exercises, and you fuckers aren't even armed. Stop that. Boycott the proper way. Our feet hurt. We cold. You want me to march? You better come buy me some motherfucking boots. Fuck that. I'm not into marching. I don't do military exercises. I cannot fight the beast the way they want. Why would I go fight the beast the way they want me to? That don't make sense.
Yeah, using their rules of war that they wrote for you. Don't violate this.
So I say, like I told our people, you know how the Arabs treat us. You know how the Jews treat us. We don't have nothing to say for either side. And I don't. And I'm sticking to that. I live in Detroit, where all the markets are ran by Arabs and Asians, and they treat us like garbage. So I have nothing to say about the war in Gaza. I ain't on nobody motherfucking side. Anybody don't like it, fuck you, because that's basically how y'all feel about us. Because when we get dead, gone, and killed in these streets, on TV, in front of the world, y'all have nothing to say about it. I got nothing to say about the war. I don't know no Arabs or no Jews like that. So I have nothing to say. And the ones I do know, I still don't have nothing to say. They have nothing for us. All they doing is robbing. You see where their money going to? So not only do they own everything here in Detroit as far as the money makers, they sending their money where? Home, to where they really live. Where they money going to? Where our money going to? Where they really fucking live. So no, fuck y'all. I ain't got shit to say about that. So as far as the migration, you know, I said that. Y'all following the rules and ethics of this government that is allowing people to come over here with no passports, no driver's license, no social security, no nothing, not even good health, because they shooting them up now with this thing. And they not shooting up everybody. They not, because they got the right to refuse. And you think they gonna send them back because they refuse? Hell no, because they need them at work. They need them to come work in these hotels and the private sector. They need them to come work for the I'm rich bitch sector.
Yeah. Come work for our sector, but don't try to live here.
Yeah, they can't live over there. They're gonna force us and take our resources. Greetings and salutations, mindful exposures. It's always good to see you and our resources, because we know that sanctuary city does not mean where they live at. It means where we live at, and we have to give up our resources. And as you just saw on the screen, what was the name of that website we just showed them, Goddess?
Oh, let me pull it back up.
Because you know me, I had it. Yeah, foreignassistance.gov. That's where all our money is. If you want to know where the black tax dollar is going to, it's going to them. If you want to know where our Social Security money is going, because we can't get our Social Security, like I already made it clear, it's public knowledge. I had 2 heart attacks and I have not yet to receive. And I had my first heart attack in my 30s. I'm 51 now and I still haven't received my Social Security disability. Where's my money going to? It's going to these people. So when I'm not just coming up here ranting, I see the bigger picture. My people, you are getting nothing. You won't get a raise. Your wages won't go up if you go vote. What you'll get is a, I voted sticker like they did y'all last year and gave the transitory population all the money. Because even when they vote something that they claim is for us in office, where's the money behind it? They never put any funds into it. And see, that's another thing that Black people don't understand. They never put anything that they claim is for us. Where is the funding for it? Like I said, I'm 50 years old. I haven't seen my child bring home a school book in 30 years. Back in the day, we used to have school books, right? And the computers is just now bumping. So my child wasn't taught with the school books, and then you wonder why our people can't compete when they get to college and they haven't had one school book in over 30 years. So where's your tax dollars going to if your child isn't even receiving a fucking school book? So this is how deteriorated we are as a people. That somebody got to come up here and tell you, please stop voting. You're killing us. Your vote is killing us. Please start researching and look at the bigger picture. Your tax dollar, your Social Security income, everything you've ever worked for, and you're wondering where it is. Why you only got a $1,000 stimulus check? Where the rest of your stimulus check go to? It went to foreignassistance.gov because melanated beings got the smallest stimulus check in the world when the pandemic hit. Everybody else check was like this. If you was already rich, you got a. So it was never about helping us. Because like I said, the minute the stimulus checks came out, the Asians and the Arabs raised the prices on us and the Jews in the city so bad, we couldn't even afford nothing.
Right. And that's why
they had to put them on blast on the news about what they was doing to us when the stimulus hit. For them to stop it. And by then they had already robbed us and all the stimulus money was gone. And that was just on necessities.
And I want to remind Negroes to consider what Brett Favre did in Mississippi. Got all that damn stimulus money. Like he was like the needy. The money that was for the needy, Brett Favre got that. Yeah, he's going to court right now. He needs to go to jail. It's fraud.
But see, the fraud is, listen, these people practice fraud and usury on
They
us like
do, but don't get caught. I know. If you get caught, you got to go to jail.
not them, not against our people, never against our people. We know historically these people don't go to jail for fraud against us.
Not against us, against the stimulus. You lied. You lied and accepted all of these funds, and you spent all of those funds.
I don't know who he
You
is,
didn't.
and I
You
don't
didn't
care.
qualify. All right. He's the Green Bay Packers, the most prominent quarterback ever, loved by all. But still, you stole that money.
I don't care. He ain't gonna get no real time. He Brett, like you said, he loved by all. So that's just another distraction.
Right. He ain't gonna get no time like Anthony Fauci ain't gonna get no time. Like Bill Gates ain't gonna get no time. Like Donald Trump ain't gonna get no time. But we still see it.
So my last point was that black man and black woman. What's your plan? Because we just showed you what they doing. They about to put, if you think 2023 was wild, and actually that go for everybody across the board. If you're wondering where your Social Security is, the immigrants got it.
Damn.
If you wonder where your tax dollars is going to, the immigrants got it. For all my melanated people that busted your ass to get your child to count day, where you think that money about to go to? Not to your baby. Y'all. And I'm not going to even say wake up. We need a new term for these people. So, because I don't like saying wake up. It's like I'm talking to those that ain't woke, and I'm not. I'm talking to those that need to know why we talking the way we talking when they follow us.
What about wise up? Instead of wake up. Wise up.
Oh, hell no. They would have to look that up. No, but yeah, they need a plan. And they have never had a plan. Whenever the melanated community has pushed back against this corrupt government about what they doing to us, how they treating us, we never have a plan in place. And we don't want to go through the suffering. We don't want to go. We're already suffering. The point of that our people don't want to face of the war is that we are going to suffer the worst during the war. But what you don't understand is that we're the ones that's going to come out on top. So for all, like I said, for all the immigrants that's here, I have no feelings about them. You came here in the middle of a war. You're willing to gatekeep for the beast because you came here. If you didn't know that this was a war, that's on you. You know now.
They knew.
Anybody that's not a part of this system is at war with the system. That's how I know my timing up here to be able to free speak to all these people, that's gonna be over. The way I'm talking, the knowledge I'm kicking, man, get the fuck out of here. They don't like that. They don't like that. Peace and love, mindful exposures for sure. They don't like that. So this is where your money is going. This is where your tax dollars are going. Every time you go to a voting box, you don't know what you're doing because you don't know how to vote for policies, acts. You let people come in to represent you, and those people are voting in policies, bonds, acts, ordinance, codes that do you no good. When they do vote something into office for us, there's never any financial behind it. Why? Because it's all going to where we showed you. The people that do get in the office, how are they going to vote for you? They can't vote for me. So democracy is that's why I said democracy is not what you think it is. Democracy is a demonstration of a protected product called industrial prison.
Oh yeah.
It's a
Definitely one of the biggest
democracy
industries.
is a demonstration of a perfected product that you cannot see, taste, hear, or smell because you are the product. You are the product effectively on shelf. And they're saying, look how well controlled they are. Look how uneducated they are. You can move them around like chess pieces on a board. They let us educate them. Look at this results. Wow. Look at what their children are willing to do to gain access to us. Wow. Democracy, this is our democracy. We have a demonstration of a completed program, a working perfect program called the Industrial Complex Nation. And it's an industrial complex of prisoners, of the uneducated, of the medically mutilated. So that's what democracy is. And I've been saying that on my page for the
Right.
last 5 years, that democracy is not what you think it is. Democracy is a demonstration of a complete product called package slave.
It's
here's
that,
your
it's
here's
the
your
production
package
line.
slave. What do
It's the
you want
production
your
line.
slave to do for you? Do you need your slave to go vote? Do you need your slave to stay in the stagnant, stupid educational system? This slave will do whatever narrative you put out for it. Do you need your slave to be a good bobblehead? She will do that for you.
Hillary. Hillary.
That's what a democracy is. Democracy is a demonstration of a perfected program. Bam. Right, mindful exposure. It's a production line of people that have been properly assimilated. So when people ask me, are you a Democrat or Republican? I'm neither. I am not an assimilated program. When my programming failed, I was at one point in a simulated program, which is how the heart attack came on because I was having cognitive dissonance. My mind and my body and my soul was like, hey, something ain't right. Yeah. So at one point I was a good demonstration for democracy. But now they can no longer demonstrate me for democracy. I can no longer be a good model for democracy. Their new models have lace front wigs and eyelashes, and they have they want you to be envious. So, look at how I look. Look at how I live. So but y'all need a plan. Y'all need a plan because y'all afraid of natural law plan. Natural law plan is that you got to start over, you got to relearn. And I'm so, like I said, the next generation of children, oh boy, they're going to utilize our children in this demonstration of democracy, that they are in line and ready, the finished product is ready. So yeah. That's the stay on code. Stay on code. Everything I talked about is us being as cold as a nation, as a elevation. We have the ability, while they think we're all distracted with the sports, with the wars, with the I think it's about to be war over here, right? You see, with the rumors of war, like they said, this is their time to distract you because the Great Awakening is here. So you'll know who is awoke by who they are mentally. Mentally, who they are. Because it'll be something so cold. It'll be cold-blooded out here. So this is the Great War, and the first part of our war, the realm of the Americas, is to decolonize the mind. That's why I tell people go watch my videos because, like you said, it all connects. The science, the medical, the food, it's the mind, body, soul. We've given you everything for the mind, body, and soul. Did we give you all of it? No. No. We'll see how you do for the voting. After the voting, we'll see. Because the great mother told me to be loving and kind and share this information, but I have a right to protect myself, even from those that I think that I know I'm trying to help. That's why you don't, that's why I'm not anybody's savior, because saviors get drugged down, they get used and abused and sucked dry. Yep. And I know my way. I know my way. So to the family, there will be no, right now, Yasini University, for my part, is going to be on hold because of some information that I just received from the goddess Alset Taryn. I watched a couple of her lives and what she's going through. So we on hold for that. Because all the new knowledge I wanted to share, I have to go study. I have to go in solitude and figure out how to share that knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
What you want to share, Goddess? What's this?
I'm gonna show one of these dizzy ass democrats in action.
Did you talk about vice presidential possibilities with Senator Warren?
You guys have got to try the cold chai.
You didn't see the color
delicious.
bobble she was doing? Like, what is this? Hold on. What the fuck is this?
You guys have got to try.
About vice president.
Look at this bitch.
Did you talk about vice presidential possibilities?
Look, the bitch got
You guys
seizures.
have got to try the
Check
cold.
this out. Looks like a seizure. Here's the other one. Watch this bitch get in the car. Appears to think that she leaves a 911 ceremony. I'm gonna say, look, here's the bitch right here. Can't walk. Look. They're dragging her. Like, look, she fell. Look, you see her leg down there. Move. Hold on. She said she overheated. Look, here she is right here.
I see her.
Black. Watch. She can't move.
She started.
Look, they dragging her.
She started glitching right there.
They got her. Watch her leg. How they have to drag her and push that bitch in the limo. Huh. I'm telling you, this bitch got some real fucking problems, like AI-ish, you motherfucker. Here she is stumbling at an event. I mean, they show you all this shit.
This has become America's most solemn national day. The commemorations marking the anniversary of the attacks of 9/11.
We can't hear you.
Events have already become more politicized.
We can't hear you. The video's still playing.
Presence at Ground Zero of the.
Let me say this. Some of these niggas is AI. Some of these niggas, like the first time Elon Musk appeared on Saturday Night Live, it was blatantly clear that this is not a person. It doesn't even fall under human. His laughter, his jokes, everything was like there was nothing real or humanistic about it. And they still let that motherfucker get his ass on there for 90 minutes with that shit.
Well, I have not seen Saturday Night Live in years. Like you know, I don't have a television. So when y'all be telling this be sometime my first time.
Like how they bought the gays out when it is written that it is that time that shall happen. They don't give a fuck what we think or what our reaction is. They still do it. They still do it.
Because there's too many of us on code with them.
Yeah, exactly. And they know that. They know that, and that's why they'll gladly just bring them out and look at us. Here we are, 2024, and they done turned out like a whole another culture of of a race of people that's really not. I mean, it's just you saying like, hey, I feel like a boy. I want to be a boy.
Yeah.
But you're not. You're a fucking girl with tits, a clit, all that.
So
But
yeah,
you're
we've gotten to dysmorphia. Back in the day, it was called dysmorphia, but now they don't. Now they let them run with it because they get
right.
through the medical industrial complex. They get to try these new products out on these people with this dysmorphia complex. For real, think about it.
Seven serpents, no.
Right?
And
He
what
said
Hillary was doing with her bobble ass head, that's some
he
kind
didn't
of
see human. Right.
yeah, bitch, you don't
So
need to be in public like that.
so you got to realize that when we talk about Republicans and Democrats, the whole political atmosphere is that most of them have stocks and bonds and even run a lot of these medical industrial complex hospitals and stuff like that. So of course I'm not going to speak up and help out those that I want to experiment on, because you got to realize transgenderism isn't new. It is something that has been taking place slowly, and they introduced it slowly through plastic surgery. So, like, if you needed plastic surgery, it used to be back in the days because something you needed, like you may have been hurt very badly or something like that. Now you need it so that you can, try to live your life a little bit more normally, depending on how much you were harmed. But then it became a treat. Like, I don't want to look like this anymore. I want to look that way. I want to look like my favorite star, or that makes you transitional. That's which is not normal. It's one thing to grow up and your face to mature into its natural state. It's another thing to say you don't like your natural state face and that you want to transition to another face permanently.
Right.
The sin is that now they're doing it to children who cannot take back the decisions that they have made once they become an adult and their bodies are set in stone.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they're breaking the law, and that's where the trouble lies. Because now you've got the demonstration for this democracy that these people are willing to go through whatever, no matter what narrative they put out. And now that the adults are not even willing to protect the children, that these transition adults are spitting and kicking parents that won't let their children transition because you need to do this as an adult. It's all fucking sick and it's all fucking wrong. But no child should transition like that, because your body's going to be set in stone once that's done. Nobody should be transitioning as a child. I don't believe in none of this shit being right. It shouldn't even be happening on the realm. Understand me. I am not for any of this shit. I think it's all fucking sick. But the children are not being protected. And that is my biggest fucking problem. Y'all are letting children transition when the child's mind is transitional enough on its own. So let the child's mind grow into adulthood. Let it transition naturally into maturity. And then if they want to decide that they want to transition, all right. But this bullshit about butchering these motherfucking babies, man, they need to bring the belt back. I don't care what nobody. I miss my belt. I got a ringtone on my phone right now called Belts Can. Belts can fix this shit. I'm missing this. Some of these people need a good belt in their life.
Yeah.
And I'm getting my strength up. I'm getting my strength back. I want to wield a good belt for some of these people. Yes, it is a part of conditioning for. Hey, Seven Serpents be on it. I'm sorry, he just do. But it's a part of the conditioning for future transhumanism. This is nothing but transhumanism. Because
Mhm.
if you got the men willing to transition into women, you got the women willing to transition into men. Now they're going to do the animal transition. That's the only thing that's next to transition. Transition the people into animals.
Mm.
They
Okay.
want cat teeth. They want cat claws. They want this. They want the lion's mane. So
Yeah,
the next
they
part.
want the hoof on the feet for your high heel. I promise you, they want perfume,
So it's like
perfume.
every time we go into the voting booth, this is what we're fucking voting in. And we really need to stop it. This is it will be no end. And unfortunately, I'm gonna hold my people accountable. None of this shit would be happening if melanated beings would get their head on fucking right. This shit would stop. But because you want to be a
Hey,
part,
Bill, now,
hey
peace
Michael
to the back.
Pasio, greetings. Greetings and salutations. So yeah,
Absolutely.
a lot of this will stop, especially the goddess. We as goddesses, we have not put our foot down because so many of them are corrupted. So many of us have been corrupted in the program. That's why I say the programming starts in the womb. If you're watching the television, you're letting this people program because you never hear no child say, I was born this way. You were programmed in the womb, baby. You were programmed in the womb for nonsense. So this is what I mean when I say we need to stay on code. Everybody across the realm, on my realm, stay your ass out that voting box. And it's people that watch us. I'm quite aware because I talked to quite a few of them across the realm. They're in India, they're in Asia, they're in Africa, they're on the islands. So I know I'm worldwide watchable. Stay your asses out the voting boxes. There's nothing for you in there.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Shoot.
Nothing.
So yeah, we
Nothing
just
there.
gotta stay on
Nothing there.
code with that. If we can stay on code with that, we'll be all right. But until we do, the money that you work for is going to continue to go to other countries. There is no social security for our people. They tax our check going in. They tax it coming back to us, and what
And
they don't,
everything we buy in between.
and everything we buy in between. Y'all, hey, y'all better what you say, gotta
Everything in
wise
between.
up. Get some
Right.
wisdom about yourselves. You're playing too many games with the beast out here.
Right.
That is the straight facts. We are at war, and our people are going to suffer the most. But if you become the warriors
Mm-hmm.
that you are, we'll come out on top.
And tomorrow we're gonna be right back at you around
Yeah.
6-ish with the goddess Charbet, and we're gonna be talking about we're gonna
We're
break
going to
down the
go.
video. First, yeah, one of the things we're gonna break down a video by Remedy H on energies that's in our plane right now that's increasing, and what they're doing about it, what they're trying to do about it. They know about it. Everybody knows about this new energy. Now, how they spit game on it is up to each individual entity. But there's some things taking place in the atmosphere, in the realm right now that we know is here. We feel it, and we don't really understand it. There's teachers out there that do understand what's going on, and we're gonna break that down tomorrow with the three goddesses, me, Salima, and Charbet in the house. So this is a double whammy for you as we explode into a supernova and rebirth into something else, somewhere else.
Okay, and also I want to hit on one more thing about the schools that you might not understand, because not only does this cover education, this also covers the medical industrial complex, and it covers the open air penal colonies and the mining colonies. This is the reason why some things are going to be dropped from the periodic table. Hit the goddess Cash App. Hit the goddess Yasini Cash
Yeah,
App.
I only, this is your thing. I didn't even put my Cash App up.
And hit
But
my
I
Cash
will.
App. Because I'm going to tell you now
The teacher,
why
the
they
money. Give
dropped.
the money to the teacher.
That's
Yes.
right. So this is why certain elements are going to be dropped off of the periodic table. We are, I've said it before, causality. You are a perpetually, harmonically oscillating being, and so is the realm that you live on. The minerals have changed, just like we're changing. So they got to drop the minerals, and not only have some of them changed, a lot of those minerals, the request for whatever corporation those are that was mining those minerals is full. It's full. So now they're going to go after the new minerals, which is the mining in the ocean. And they have to drop the old minerals, okay, to justify the new minerals and the new mining, because they're always going to put this stuff on the periodic table to say, oh, you need this, oh, you need that. Yes. So they told you that you needed calcium, but we don't. We know that calcium hurts the melanated being. We need other things in our body like copper, gold, magnesium. You see what those type of things in our bodies to help keep us going. We don't need calcium. Calcium actually gives us the osteoporosis that they're talking about. So why is calcium on our periodic table? Because they wanted to sell you cow's milk. That was it. So now they're going to drop certain elements and things off the periodic table. India is already dropping because they're about to change their mode of mining. Like I said, they mine our realm, and they moved us into the penal colonies and put our land in trust and said they call them national parks now. So take your ass home to your realm, because they about to. I don't want to fight with immigrants. Let the immigrants, they can have the penal colonies. This ain't for us, no way. Okay? Let's stay mindful of who we are. We're not here to fight the immigrants. We don't want smoke with the immigrants. I know what they are. I don't give no fuck about no immigrants. I give a fuck about you. I'm talking to you. This is the knowledge that you need. You want to survive, you want to thrive, you want to go on the thrival. See the bigger picture. So India, there are certain countries like India and stuff, they're going to drop certain elements off the periodic table. Why? Because either the work order has been fulfilled, and two, the most important one is that the elements are actually changing within the realm. So be aware, look for a new periodic table that's going to have one or two new elements that you've never seen or heard of before. Because I am a homeschooler. When I say I teach, and I can't teach unless I'm studying. So they're going to drop these elements off of off the periodic table because it's time to start mining the new elements. And in order to give them that importance, they have to put them on the periodic table. And they don't want you to focus on the old elements. So your homework, like I'm always giving you, is find out what are the elements that are going to be dropped off of the periodic table and why. And what are the new elements that are going to be put on the periodic table. So yeah, I mean, you on mute, goddess. Yep, that's just facts.
Yeah, sound like homework to me.
I always got the bigger. I'm a teacher. I'll be studying. I'm not going to come up here to say empty anything to my people. They come up here because they know I got something to say. I'm not here to lie to you. I'm going to give you the whole cold hard truth, and I'm going to bring it with facts. Look it up. You can Google it right now while I'm talking. If you Google, why is India dropping elements off its periodic table? Why is China dropping certain period? They probably dilapidated theirs when they tried to when they made the sun and the moon.
Right.
They probably exhausted their elements. So yeah, some people have fulfilled it's a work order. If they're mining these elements, it's a work order. They're fulfilling a work order for somebody for some reason. They're using the Hadron Collider. That takes a lot of elemental power, minerals and elements. They're making their own suns. They're making new fusion nuclear reactors, cold fusion, and all this other stuff. So unless you're in education like I am, you would not know these things. And this is why I want my people to stay on code, because these are the bigger pictures you cannot see. Everything we're going through is tied to the wealth of this realm. We are wealthy, and we're letting other people service us our wealth, and it's taking us into poverty. There's no way any melanated being should be impoverished on this realm. When these people got here, it's in the Library of Congress. They talk about there were no orphanages, there was no hunger, there was no hospitals, there was no shortage, there was no scarcity of anything. They teach us scarcity. The only thing that they not teaching us is scarce is that sun, because that is the one thing that they cannot truly fuck with. We can though, so they have to put us on program, on code to fuck with our own realm. Get off that program. You have no business trying to block the realm or the sun. Yep, you have no business. If you want a sustainable program about blocking the sun or any of that, you wrong. As a melanated being, you wrong. You are committing suicide. That's suicidal for us. We need the sun. So these are the bigger pictures. Like if you don't study because I'm studying to educate the next generation. So it would come across my path that they're going to drop elements off the elemental chart, off the periodic table. Why would they do that? Because new elements have come into play. Yeah, new elements have come into play, period. So when we dealing with this and we don't know our own realm, we don't know that we're supposed to evolve. So with the new elements and minerals coming into play, is your body going to be able to absorb the new elements and minerals is the way it is? Right.
Yeah, we definitely gonna find out.
Is we on cold, people? Because if you come up here to come holler at me, that's why I said I'm not never worried about running out of knowledge for my people. I am the book. And like I told her, we got one more video after this, and I mean it. Y'all not gonna see me for a while. You might have to come to me if you want to keep going. Because I ain't no joke. I don't know why they set me up and put me in this knowledgeable realm like this. But I'm here and I'm sharing it now, but I'm getting drained. And don't come ask me questions about. Go back and watch my videos. If you think you're too good to go back and watch our prior videos, I'm all right with that. Stay lost.
And even that's going to be limited.
Hey, but the videos that we have put out over the last year is so powerful. It's still got plenty of knowledge. Take notes. The way I take notes when I'm watching Mindful Exposure, the way I take notes when I'm watching Seven Serpents, the way I take notes when I'm watching Big Dog Philly OG. You see what I'm saying? I take notes. It's notes to be had. The same way I take notes when I'm watching Remedy H or Seven Bomar or Terran or any other take notes. Because another reason why I love you too, appreciate you, Mindful Exposure. is that I know that I can't be on here that long is because I'm a parent. And one of the things I noticed is that the bombardment of screen time that our children faced over the pandemic. So I went into the World Health Organization, their portal, read about the screen time on these things. If it's dangerous for children, imagine what it's doing to us as teachers. And we think we're just coming up here to teach and relay. We got to get off. That's why I be getting off of here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
So go to the World Health Organization and read about the screen time we putting up here. Because when I say I need a couple of months off this thing, I mean it. I mean it. We all need a break.
Definitely finna get me one, for sure.
Yeah, we yeah. So the portals for these computers and all this about to change, and we don't want to get caught up in being in the midst of the changes. So, and I'm not going to be up here trying to fight, talking about that's my intellectual property. I put it out here in open space for the realm because the realm needs this knowledge. Please
Yeah.
utilize it to the best of your ability. Hit that Cash App. Thank your teacher. I appreciate it. Thank your teachers. The goddess Yasini. Be respectful of our time and our mind. Because I had to study before I came up here, so to realize what the code was, that what the realm wants us to stay on code for, so we can get rid of the beast. So this is what the great mother father told me: stay your asses out the voting box.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got nothing to say. You ain't got nothing to say about the wars. None of them. It ain't got nothing to do with us. We at war. Learn so that we can win over the enemy, because this ain't the war for us. This is our war. This is our war. Come on, people.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Disconnect the ground. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Disconnect and ground ourselves. We got to.
Disconnect the ground.
Yeah, we got to. So this is the wider picture. Immigrations. Immigration is affecting our people the most because they don't mind robbing us and treating us like garbage. They always spitting on our people. And I like this because our people need to see this is how they really feel about us. It's not going to ever change. They will always do this to us. We will always be last. We will always receive the scraps of the system. So, no, I'm not angry that this is happening. I love that this is happening. It's the proof of all the elders who've been on YouTube telling y'all to stop voting, to get out the system. Why? Because this is what they're going to do to you. And now that they're doing it, you have no plan because you let them educate you. You're going to let them educate the children, that they're the next generation, that they're going to do this bullshit to. You let them service you your food. You let them service us our own fucking wealth. We got to stop that. Yeah. So, and like I said, black woman, black man, what's your plan? Because you got to educate yourselves. The beast only educated you enough to work for it. That's as far as your education goes. Every decree you have is to work for the beast. But now the beast is showing you how you really feel about you. Is the education you receive from the beast good enough to protect you from what's going on now? So yeah.
Hardly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is happening around the realm. And my people, y'all got nothing coming. You in that voters box, you the elders, let them go. Let the elders go. Let the ones that the elders have groomed go, because they're already in those positions. Those are going to be your judges and lawyers, and they're going to go vote because they're already in those positions and they want to keep it going. They got a nice paycheck. Leave those people be. It's not in my power to be caught I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I know it's going to collapse, and they let them be part of the collapse. I'm all right with that. My point is that when we remove ourselves from that situation, they're going to come after us. And that's why I said that's the worst part of the war. That's the Civil War. It's when the people that look like you come after you. For real. Because
Oh
look,
yeah.
mindful exposure, seven serpents, they not up. What's going to happen to them when they take a stand and say, we're not going to participate in this. We're not going to vote. We're not. There's going to be people that look just like them to come after them.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, all right. Got us as usual. Beautiful, beautiful information, beautiful presentation. And it's always great when you've got things to get off your chest. Okay. So, and tomorrow we, like I said, we're gonna double back. We're gonna double back with the goddess Charbet, and be right back at you.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll be doing
And
the keys of good health, mind, body, and soul building. So I won't be talking like this, the angry, the angry woman, the angry goddess trope on here. Like you
right,
better stay on cold. No, tomorrow we're going to be doing the keys to good health, where we'll be talking about the mind, body, and soul, and not only solidifying and fulfilling our contracts as adults, but how do we help the youth solidify their mind, body, soul contract so that we help produce stronger elementals, stronger beings. Because like I said, if our youth
right,
can't stand up to us, how they gonna take us into the future? How they gonna take us into the future? We're letting our ignorance destroy the next generation. So
absolutely.
that's what we're going to be. And anybody, we're going to open up the panel for tomorrow too, won't we? We opened it up
Always,
last time.
always.
Yeah, so anyone that wants to come up with some valuable knowledge for great health, physical, mental health, and soulful health, come on through. Hey,
My
Michael.
brother in the house. Peace and love to Michael
Yep.
Phoenix.
So we're definitely going to be up
Always.
there with the Garda Charbet. And then if we're not talking about the elevation, because you know where I
Right.
be. I teach on, like I said, I'm a multi-dimensional teacher. I have to meet people where they're at. I can't
Yes.
always be like, well, I'm up here and you have to come up. No, I have to be where my people are. Some of my people here, one-dimensional, some of them are two-dimensional, but they coming. Some are three and some are four. And the four-dimensional is looking like, what is she talking? Yeah. So I'm not even supposed to be here. I'm only supposed to do my year. But because this is important and this is going to set our people up for the keys to great health and success for future generations to get out of being played in this fucking system. So this was important to me. I called the goddess the other day on a tangent, like they on my head. I got to get this out. And she was like, I can't right now. So I was like, okay, I'm going to wait.
Right.
So I did some studying. I studied with Seven Serpents. He had a great one, of course. I did Formscapes. It was the human something. It was very powerful. It was a very powerful presentation. So yeah, I recently did Mindful Exposures panel, which was very powerful, which was about what is the utopia that we want to see. And I think that's probably part of what moved me, because part of the utopia that I talked about is that the children and our children don't have a utopia won't have a utopia if we can't get our shit together. What our children gonna have? Oh, I got it. I know one.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True. So we're still deep. We'll be back one day. It's not like we've gone forever. We need breaks. You know.
Yeah, we
right. We might have to go get a job and then come back because
and that's what happened last time. I told, and the goddess knew it. I said, look, I'm exhausted. I cannot go to work and come work for these people too and research. I'll be doing hours and hours of research. Look at my mind. I just crossed borders realms. I bought them science. I bought them math. Where's your money going? I showed them where their money was going. Come on, it's out here. I always mention the platforms that's got this knowledge for you. I am not selfish. I need you to go there.
Mm-hmm.
We bought up the pages to show you where the money is going, and I am proof that they're not going to give us our Social Security now. They're already, the melanated beings are not going to get their Social Security. They've already made it clear. They already said that they gave the immigrants Social Security cards. You weren't even born here, but you got Social Security cards already. And they haven't given us our Social Security from disability or from what we work for yet. That should tell you something. That should tell you something. They're already putting our children out of our schools for the immigrants to have some place to stay, and are going to put your children back on these portals, which is why I said go to the World Health Organization, because if you don't go in, they're going to try to send truancy offers to you. And I want you to email me. If you email me for this, I will do for you for free. Do you fucking hear me? If you email me about writing the letter to get your child off these portals so that you can educate them and you won't be in trouble with the law, email me and I will fucking happily do that for you for free. For the child, I'll fucking help you for free. Anything else, don't fucking play with me. But if you email me now, because they're going to try to make melanated people double time screen time for your child to get their education, and then they're going to send the truancy people into our neighborhoods to take our children, to give them the spaces for the immigrants. Email me, you want your child out that school. I can show you how to do that. I can show you how to write the letter. I will give you a beautiful template, everything that I use for my children, because our children are in danger. Our children. They're putting the immigrants in our communities. When you see the news and they're talking about what the immigrants are doing, where are they doing this shit at? In our communities. Not nobody else's. Not the private sector. They can't live among the private sector, just like we can't. They're sending them to us. And they're taking our resources, our tax dollars, which we have already proven. Right. See what I'm saying? Michael Phoenix. They've been playing games with us. We've been letting them for too long. I'm tired of that. So this was me saying, hey, stay on code. Stay out the voting box if you can. Stay out McDonald's. Stay out Burger King. Get on code about your health. You ain't got to do what everybody else is doing, but stop putting the poison.
I was able to reach somebody today.
She said, okay.
That's always a good thing.
And I will never do it but spit it to you like that. I don't have honey for you. I got honey for tea. I don't have honey for y'all. I don't. So yeah, y'all hit that Cash App tonight, because y'all know y'all received a phenomenal 2 hours. And it's going on longer than that. We're about to get off of here.
1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So y'all got the education part. Y'all got the social political part. Y'all done got everything out of me tonight, which was fantastic.
So, yep. The best way to vote is with your money. That's right. Put your money where the mouth is, politician. Like, do something first. Like, let's sit the year out, and that'll give them a whole nother 4 to figure it out. Okay? We're not playing with y'all no more.
They showing our people how they feel about us. The immigration, the voting, and the way that these people have been allowed to speak to us. Have you seen the way these Jews have come up here on these public platforms, call us idiots and stupid for not speaking up for them?
I promise you I haven't.
I haven't either. I mean, I don't have a television, but it gets,
Right.
somebody gonna come to me and be like,
Better,
Salima,
you better not do it.
I watch this actress from The Good Wife, whoever she is. It's like the audacity, the caucasity, Caucasian audacity of it all.
Right.
So
Well,
you're telling me the community, which you have marginalized through the media, through music, through television, and through movies, then disseminated it through the rest of the world that this is what we are. We're naturally born whores. We're naturally born dope fiends. We're naturally born dope dealers. We're naturally born the lowest of the low. You want us to speak out for you? Arabs who own everything in Detroit, the gas stations, the liquor stores, the grocery stores. Y'all want us to what? And all y'all do is try to trick with our women?
Wow.
They all went out under investigation when we got our stimulus checks. Like I said, they raised their prices so high. Look, the bread went from $2 to $4.50 $4.50 when we got our stimulus check. Y'all want us to speak out for you?
Oh shit. Price jacking. Yeah, they jacking.
So like I said, I don't have honey. I got truth, facts, actuality, reality. That's what I got. So basically, I'm done for the night. I done told the truth.
Yeah.
The rest is on them. With that Cash App, we're not gonna come up here with emptiness. We don't play them games. We don't play those games.
Yep.
I'm the authentic teacher. I showed you the bigger picture, and it's really bigger than what I gave you tonight. It's really bigger than what I gave you. Because we're not going to even go into the banking. They played y'all with all the other stuff. We're not going to even go into that. We're not going to even go into the real estate business. They trying to get y'all to boost back up for the immigrants and not really for you, even though that's how they trying to make it seem.
Right. While y'all get turned down or steered from the hood to the hood.
So like I said, y'all hit the goddess, hit me up. We gave y'all phenomenal on code info. Utilize it any way you will. I'm so thankful and grateful for everybody that came.
And y'all gonna get to double up. Y'all gonna get to double up
to learn. Tomorrow. Yeah, because tomorrow gonna be banging. Because I won't be doing no like political talk and stuff like I did today. We will be doing the elevated, spiritual, mindful. I might do a little based on the fact that part of this us not being elevated is that we're still in the system. But yeah, I gave y'all a big part of the big picture tonight.
And I appreciate you. And you always do.
And so did the goddess.
One hell of a ride.
Because actually, she was recording before we went live. And she was already talking. We were both already into it. I said, goddess, go live. We had to come out, start over. I was like, we might as well go live and just hit them in the head with it. I don't want to save it. Save it.
And we always put y'all first, so think about y'all first. So, show a little love and appreciation for the matriarch. That's who we are. That's who we came to you as.
Yeah.
When Salima is in the house, you better believe it's a matriarchal explosion. That it is. Go back and check. I mean, she do her thing. She come with her, downloads and share freely without asking for shit, really. But go ahead and show some love and support. We out of here. We'll be back tomorrow around 6ish. I haven't put the notification out yet, but we'll definitely be back tomorrow with the goddess Sharbae on a whole new subject. On a whole new subject, but we always deliver the same. with all the truth within. Okay? We share that. We love y'all. Peace and love. Michael
Peace and
Phoenix, Michael Passio, everybody who's been involved, Mind Exposure, Seven Serpents, peace and love to you.
Yes, gratitude, gratitude.
See you on your channel one day, real soon. All right. Peace. Salima, goddess.
Peace.
All right.